to get started on our movement back to making Nigeria healthy again. So, I've been given a mandate, so I need to quickly go through what I want to share with you today. The first thing I'd like to say is the challenge we have at the moment in Nigeria, not just Nigeria, in Africa, and not just in Africa, in the world, is that a lot of us may not understand the power of our food. How many of us here understand the power of your food? Now, if you do not understand the power of your food, then how are you making decisions and choices of what to eat to be able to combat the lifestyle diseases that are prevalent today? Now, what I'm here to do is not to lecture you, is only to share with you some information that might make a difference to yourself and your family. Now, there isn't enough time to share everything, but there is enough time to share something to get you started. So the first thing I'd like to do is I'd like you to just have a look at this very carefully. I'd like to look at the stats that we have very carefully. We have here in Nigeria today, the average life expectancy is 57 years old. I do not call 57 old. We call it 57 years young. Now, it does not mean that everybody will go at 57. This is the average life expectancy. And I'm sure some of you might be able to think back of some people that you loved and had gone, and looked at their ages and found out some of them are 57 years and younger. What we need to do is find out why this is happening. Now, some of the contributing factors to this low life expectancy is number one, diabetes. Nigeria has diabetes like you've never known it before. It's increasing on a daily basis. People are living with diabetes. Now, I'll explain more about that later. High blood pressure, and I'll add hypertension, is big in Nigeria. Cancer. 10 Nigerians, unfortunately, die every day from cancer. Every hour from cancer. High blood pressure, 1 in 4 Nigerians are at risk. Diabetes, one person is diagnosed with diabetes every 2 minutes. So can you imagine how many people have been diagnosed with diabetes since we began today? Obesity. Now we're becoming a nation. We are the most obese nation in Africa. This does not need to happen. Now you need to understand why. Now, one of the things that I say to people, would you live, would you sleep, would you feed your enemy? Would you live, sleep, and feed your enemy unconsciously? Now, who is the enemy? Who is the enemy? The enemy is the illness. The enemy is the illness. What I'm saying is today, some people are living with diabetes. They never had diabetes when they were born. They developed diabetes along the line. But when they developed diabetes, they decided to live with it. They decided to feed it. They decided to sleep with it. What I'm saying to you today is if you were not born with diabetes, you still can reverse it. You can still protect yourself from diabetes. Some people were not born with high blood pressure, but guess what? They're living with it. Now, you know what? I have a lot of respect for my colleagues, my medical doctors, my pharmacists, my nutritionists, my dietitians. I have a lot of respect for them. They had a lot of work to do. But we don't need to overwork them with unnecessary work. That is what's happening. They need to specialize in more work that actually is work we don't know about. But we're giving them work that is obvious work. When I say that, what do I say? Some of the people are diagnosed with diabetes, and you know what? You take insulin. Take insulin maybe twice, 3 times a day. You know what? You carry on taking it. Insulin does not cure diabetes. Insulin does not cure diabetes. It just manages it. You know how you can test? Don't take it for 1 day. And I'm not advising you not to take it for 1 day, by the way. And guess what happens? You'll get a crisis. That means the source of the problem is still within. So what is the source of the problem? Some of us are feeding diabetes the food that it needs. And when you feed it, you need to take the insulin to manage it so that you don't have a crisis. Some of you are dependent on insulin for the rest of your life because you made the decision. Insulin never made the decision. You made the decision that was going to be the case for you. What I'm saying to you here today is those of you that were not born with diabetes, you don't need to live with it. And the way you stop living with it is stop feeding it what it requires. When you feed an enemy, it gets stronger. When you feed an enemy, it gets stronger. And when it gets stronger, guess what happens? It takes over the body. And when it takes over the body, we have big problems. Some of you have hypertension, or you have high blood pressure. Guess what you do? You were not born with it. But guess what happens? You now have medication that you take daily. And guess what? You've decided you're going to take that for the rest of your life. Why? You decided. Because you know what? The solution, you may not like the solution. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. The solution means that some of the bad habits that we have to get rid of. We have to stop. Because when we stop it, we starve the enemy. And when we stop it, we start eating the right food to make us stronger. And when we eat the right food to make us stronger, it means it protects us from the enemy. And this is the reason. Cholesterol, cancer, obesity, stroke, these are problems today. Now I want to share something with you, another slide with you now. Now, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I know some of you like certain foods that might be linked to some lifestyle diseases. But you know what? Once you know it, you can take action. Once you know it, you can take action. Some of you are eating food and you're not looking at your plate and saying, what is this going to do for me today? You know what I say? I say, for what we're about to receive, may the Lord make us truly thankful. Now, look at your food down there. Are you really sure you're saying the right things? You know, we can make decisions. Some people can make a decision to be a criminal. And some people can make a decision to be kind, good, giving, God-fearing. You make a decision. Some people make the decision to eat bad food. And some people make the decision to eat good food. And some people are in the middle. They don't know whether it's good or bad. So that's what today is about. You know, one of the things I'm worried about, especially with our black men, especially prostate cancer, is quite dangerous. We are developing it rapidly. And that's due, again, to what we eat. You know, there's a saying that says, you are what you eat. So, you know, when I don't feel good, you know the first thing I think about? I think about, what did I eat yesterday? what did I drink yesterday? You are what you eat. But I will go further. You are what you eat. You are what you drink. You are what you breathe in. You are what you consume. So, looking at this, men, if you're trying to fight prostate cancer, we need to look at the kind of foods. Tomato. Tomato is good food. Now, some of you will eat tomato fresh, but what you need is the lycopene. The lycopene, you get more lycopene when you cook the tomato. Now, another thing that we need to be careful about is how you cook that tomato. I'm going to share that with you because you know sometimes we cook and we don't think about whether we still have the nutritional value in the food. So, you can see that watermelon, grapefruit, eat 2 servings a week. This will help you with prostate cancer prevention, and even if you have it, be able to help you in terms of getting management. Now, breast cancer for ladies. Look, orange food for breast cancer, orange food. Now, orange, we have it all around Nigeria. We have sweet potato, we have carrots, we have mangoes, we have butternut squash, we have all sorts of dark leafy vegetables. Eat 1 serving, every day. Now, think about it carefully. What I'm saying here to you today is that if you know the power of your food, then you can help cure or help prevent or help reverse some of the lifestyle diseases that are prevalent today. But some of us just have it on our food, on our plates, and we don't know what's happening there. So this is just an example. Like I said, we cannot share with you everything. But guess what? If you're interested, we can also arrange a presentation for you and your family, especially in our office or in the comfort of your own home. Because we are ready. We are on a mission. We're on a mission. Our vision is to move the movement back to healthy home cooking. We need to go back to healthy home cooking. Some of us are eating out and we don't know what's in that food. All they need to do is put ingredients in there so that it tastes good. But you don't know what it is. It becomes addictive. Okay, so the next slide I'm going to share with you. Now, you might ask me, what is the number one enemy? If we say the food is our problem, what is the number one enemy to our food? And let me tell you the number one enemy in Nigeria today is our oil, our cooking oil. I'll explain further to you very quickly. Because oil is not bad. The oil. But guess what? We've gone over extension. We've gone into excess. And too much of something is not good for you. And what do I mean by that? If oil is good, some of you will say, I heard virgin olive oil is good. Oh, I heard vegetable oil is good. This is good. When it's good, it is natural state. It is good in its natural state. But what can we do to change it from its natural state? What we do is we apply high heat to that oil. High heat. Imagine you want to fry some plantain. What do? You make sure that oil is hot, really hot, frying, so that when the plantain goes in, it's hot, it just cooks. Now, you don't realize what you're doing. When you apply high heat to oil has what is known as a smoking point. Like water has a boiling point, oil has a smoking point. When that oil gets to that smoking point temperature, it changes from a good oil to a bad oil. It changes from a good oil to a bad oil. And what do I mean by bad oil? Trans fats, hydrogenated fats. And guess what? Some of issues. Some of you know about heart disease. That fat that is blocking that artery is not normal fat. It's all to do with the trans fats and the hydrogenated fats. And where is that coming from? That's coming from you applying high heat to your oil. Now people say to me, but Tony, how am I able to fry oil and not apply high heat and cook my food? Now that is a question for later when you see a presentation, a personal presentation, which is more detailed. Now I want to, some of you may say, I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. You know what? It's easy to lose weight. And guess what? You don't have to stop eating. You can eat and lose weight. That is our program. Our program in Healthy Living Shows is eat to lose weight. But guess what? You just don't eat anything. You eat the right things to lose weight. And you can eat as much as you like. And you will lose weight. Not only that, if we're eliminating the oil, or if we're reducing the oil in our food, look at this. 1 tablespoon of oil is 80 grams of fat, yeah, which is 163 calories. Wow! Do you know the average person is meant to eat roughly around about 2,000 calories? Now, I don't know, when you fry your plantain, do you use 1 tablespoon of oil? Yeah? When you're frying your chicken, do you use 1 tablespoon of oil? Yeah? You probably put a cup of oil in there, or a few cups in there. Can you imagine how much of that oil is in your food when you eat it? Imagine you got rid of that. So this is the thing. You know, one of my bosses from America, the UK, came to Nigeria, and he says, Tony, Nigeria is an amazing place. It's fantastic. I enjoyed it. He said, I only have one problem, Tony. Only one problem. I said, in Nigeria, in the 10 days I've been in Nigeria, I've had more oil than in a whole year. In 10 days in Nigeria, he consumed more oil in the whole year. And think about it carefully. Why is it so? Well, when we're frying our soup, what are we frying in? Oil. When we now say, right, we want to cook our love fries and fry it, what are we frying? Oil. Then we say we want some plantain. What do we fry it in? And then we say we want some fried chicken in it. What do we fry it in? So when you compile all that together, you can see the problem we have today. Diabetes. I don't have enough time to share enough information on diabetes. But any of you that are interested, we can do a presentation for you. But diabetes, people talk to me about sugar and diabetes. Do you know the biggest problem of diabetes is fats? Fats in your cell. The cause of diabetes is not sugar, it's fat that's inside your cells. And it's blocking. So, guys, I'm not going to explain too much about it, but I want to just let you understand. Please, don't get mixed up. Some of you say, I'm taking too much sugar, be careful with diabetes. It's the fats in your cells that are blocking. Again, we'll talk more about that when you see a presentation, because I don't have that time. Yeah? Okay. Now, before you think about anything, one of the things I want to share with you, one thing I want to share with you is we need to start looking at how we prepare and cook our foods. Let me give you an example. Some of you will go out and you buy yam, you'll buy potatoes, you'll buy carrots. Where are these foods grown? They're grown under the soil. Yeah? They're grown under the soil. And you know what? Just under the skin is where most of the nutrients are. Just under the skin. But do you know what we do before we cook that down? What do? We peel the skin, isn't it? Do you know when you peel the skin, on average you're losing 50% of the nutritional value. Can you imagine? 50% of the nutritional value. That means if you go and buy yam for 1,000 naira, that yam has 1,000 naira of nutrition in there. Nutrients. It has 1,000 naira of nutrients in there. By the time you peel that yam, you have thrown away 500 naira of nutrients. So that means, why did you buy that yam? You might as well have just throw it away. Do you throw nutrients away like that? And guess what happens next? You now add that yam to water. Water. You know what that means? Do you know that there are vitamins, there are minerals in yam? The minerals in yam give the yam the flavor. They give the yam the flavor. Now, when you add that yam to water, a lot of those minerals will dissolve in the water, and so too the vitamins. So what's happened now is you've lost even more nutrition. From peeling 50, then you've now added water. Now guess what happens next? Before that yam can cook, what do we need to do? We need to boil that water. That water has to be boiled, isn't it? The boiling point of water is what? 100 degrees. Do you know they say when you heat your vegetables above 90 degrees, you've lost most of the nutrients. And then guess what? When you're boiling that yam, the lid is open, isn't it? Because you can't close the lid, because it will boil over the pan, water. And you know when the lid open, guess what happens? Oxidization. Now what do I mean by oxidization? Try it at home. Take an apple, bite it, leave it on the table. What color does the apple go? Brown. That's oxidization. That's stripping that yam of even more nutrition. So they're saying the average home loses up to 85% of the nutritional value just by the way you prepare and cook that food. So you can go out with good intention. You can go out with good intention to go and buy yam which has 100% nutrition. But by the time you finish it off, it's not the same nutrition that you bought. In fact, you might only have 150 naira left of nutrition. And you know nutrition is medicine to the body. You know nutrition is medicine to the body. Now, if the body doesn't have natural medicine, you know what happens next? You end up with unnatural medicine. That means you end up with the doctor, the pharmacist, medication, and so on. This is the problem. This is the problem. You know, if I was in Nigeria, it is not because of my movements to help them cooking. If anyone is thinking about a good business, unless we change what we do, then open a pharmacy. You will not be short of business. And everyone that's got a pharmacist, I take my hat to you, because we need you. At the moment, we need you very, very, very much. Because we are walking around medicated. And we need to understand it's not all of us that needs to be medicated. If we take action. So do you understand what I've said so far? Great. You know, one of the things that we've got to be careful about is the oils and fats. I've said that already. Now the last one I want to talk about in terms of what I call an enemy to our food, an enemy that we're feeding, is the, I don't want to upset any of you, because some of you will be upset. You know, they say that, you know, when you're delivering good news, you're going to upset some people. Yeah? They say, you know, when you're telling the truth, people don't like the truth. Yeah? Now, I don't know whether any of you have a microwave in this place. Now, I don't know whether you know that that microwave, how does it heat your food? You know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know, when I learned how the microwave heats the food, I got rid of my microwave the day the person told me. And I'm not asking you to get rid of your microwave, please. That's me. I'm just different. Yeah? Now, how does it heat your food? You put your food in the microwave, it's cold, isn't it? So, is there any fire in the microwave? Is there any natural fire in the microwave? Can you see any flames? So, what's the invisible fire that's heating your microwave? What's that invisible fire that's heating your food? Electricity. No, it's not electricity, but it's a good guess. Electricity is just getting your microwave on. But what's inside? Let me give you another idea. They say pregnant mothers should not stand in front of the microwave when it's on. Why? What is it that they worry about?
Radiation.
Radiation. Microwave. Micro stands for small wave. Radiation. Guess what? Imagine that. What, now, if I said, and God forbid, so a room was full of radiation, would you walk in that room? Why? Why would you not walk in the room? What is the number one illness linked to radiation?
Cancer.
Cancer. We said 10 Nigerians are dying every hour from cancer. And you know, in Nigeria, I'm just hoping that nobody has it anyway, and I'm praying for those that have it to recover from it. But when somebody has cancer, nobody knows. And even when they die, nobody says. Yeah? The only people that know are the hospitals that are treating. And that's where we get the figures from. 10 Nigerians die every hour from cancer. You know how many Nigerians use the right way? A lot of Nigerians use the right way. Now, imagine this, you wouldn't walk into the room with radiation because you know it's linked to cancer. But you are prepared to put your food that you're using to live, and you're prepared to expose that to the radiation. That's what's happening. So I'm just saying to you, that's one thing I'll say. Now, why do we use the microwave? Is it because it adds nutrients to our food? Why do we use the microwave?
Convenient.
Because it's quick. Be careful about quick things. Be careful about quick things. Yeah? That's what you're going to be careful about. Why do we eat takeaway? Because it's quick. Why do we buy food that's processed? That don't recognize? Because it's quick. All these things are affecting our average life expectancy. Now remember, what I said to you is we want to protect the food. Protecting the food is making sure we cook it the right way, isn't it? And making sure we preserve maximum nutrition. But the other thing we need to be worried about is anything from our cookware coming into our food. Now let me let you into a secret. There is, I don't know anyone that has non-stick. Does anyone have a non-stick pan? You know those non-stick? You're frying non-stick. Have you ever noticed that this non-stick comes off? Have you noticed that? Now where does it come off to? If your preparation food gone, do you know that it's made of the chemical? There's a chemical in it called PFOA. PFOA. Go on, check it. They say it's carcinogenic, and they say it's linked to thyroid disease. So you can imagine. Now, when you fry a non-stick pan, you put oil in it. Most people do. So why do you put oil in a non-stick pan? Because stick. I don't get it. Yeah? Now, does anyone have an aluminium pan? Aluminium. Oh man, aluminium. You know, in the UK, in countries in Europe, they ban the use of aluminium cookware. You know that's why we have a law in Nigeria. Because you know they need to divert that somewhere. Why is it that they divert? Why? When you ask me why, they ask me the reason why is because I don't know if you've heard of the disease Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's. That's like older people who like memory loss. Yeah? Alzheimer's. Well, look, when they did a study, they looked at people with Alzheimer's and they looked at people without Alzheimer's, roughly the same age. They looked at their brains, and the only difference between somebody that had Alzheimer's and someone that didn't was they found metal in the brain of people with Alzheimer's. And what was that metal they found? Aluminium. So they can't say where it came from. They don't know where it came from cookware, they just know it's entering the body. So they actually decided to ban aluminium cookware. Now, I don't know if you understand, aluminium is a soft metal. Go home, look at your aluminium can. When you go to the aluminium can, check the bottom of your aluminium can. Do you see any black dots at the bottom? Yeah. Were there black dots at the bottom when you bought that can? So if there were black dots at the bottom of that can when you were going to buy it, did you buy it? Now what's happening there? What's happening is the aluminium is a soft metal. When you heat it up, it expands. When it cools down, it contracts. What happens is the food gets locked into the metal when it contracts, when it's cold, and you cannot wash it out. So what will happen is the food will start decaying in the metal. That's why it's going black. Now that's not the only problem, because when you now cook new food in there, it will take that decayed food and add it to the new one. And then it goes through the process. One thing you should also look at, an aluminium can gets lighter as the years go by. Why does it get lighter? It gets lighter because aluminium actually dissolves in acidic solution. Now what's acidic? Tomato. We cook our soup in an aluminium can. That's tomato, for example. And what that does, it dissolves the aluminium into the tomato. And obviously, from there, it gets cooled. So that's one of the things. So I just want to share something with you. That's slide with the cookware. You can read that. One of the things we can do for you, not now, what we can do for you is you can send the team round and you can bring the cookware and we can test it. We can test it for any toxins. Yeah? So you can understand. Yeah? So we want to change life. We want to understand. We want the best from our food. Our food is our medicine. So we need to protect it. We need to protect the nutrients and we need to protect it from any toxins too. So thanks for that. Okay, so just going through what I've said so far is I just want to just let you understand. You know, sometimes the truth hurts. Now, I wanted to share one thing with you. We have this program, which is called Health Restore Program. The Health Restore Program we have is for you to be able to recover your health, to restore your health. What we mean by restoring your health is you're going to have to sacrifice some things that you like, that are bad for you. You're going to have to sacrifice some things that you like that are bad for you. And you're going to do it for a period of time. So what we advise is we have a 30-day one, and we have a 15-day one. And what we're sharing with you is how you can get your body back to the level where it should be. Now, even though you're coming on our Health Restore program, we don't tell you to, after you finish it, you can go back to some of the things that you do, but what you'll find is after you do the Health Restore program, you will do it in moderation. You will do it with moderation. So one of the things that we do in the Health Restore program is for 30 days, you will not eat any meat. No meat. I see your faces already. No meat. No fried chicken, no goat meat, no, some of you are looking, fish, no meat for 30 days. Remember, we're trying to recover for 30 days. It's not much to ask for your body. 30 days is not much to ask for you to service your body. Then also, another thing that you're going to be shocked about, for 30 days, no dairy products, no milk, no goat milk, no cow milk. The only milk you're going to have is plant milk. We will show you how that works also. Now, why are we doing this? We know the problem. We know the enemy. We know what the enemy wants. We know what diabetes wants. We know what heart disease wants. We know what cholesterol wants. Let me tell you something about cholesterol. We talk about the bad cholesterol, LDL cholesterol. Bad cholesterol. Now, do you know when you eat meat, when you eat animal product, do you know the cholesterol of the animal is added to your cholesterol? So if you have cholesterol problems and you're eating meat, every time you're eating meat, you're adding the animal's cholesterol to your cholesterol. So this is why we're saying that you need to spend time to recover. Now guess what? You can go back to eating meat, but you will eat meat in moderation. And you will make that decision yourself. Dairy products. Yeah, dairy products. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever noticed that when when my wife, when we had a baby, my wife's breast filled with milk, isn't it? Why did my wife's breast fill with milk? To feed our baby. Now, when we get cow milk or goat milk, what is that milk for? For the cow milk, isn't it? So why are you drinking cow milk? Are you a cow? Why are you drinking goat milk? Are you a goat? Let me tell you something. I'm not saying you should not drink it. I'm just saying, think about it. Think about it. Yeah? I don't give my wife's milk to a goat. And so on. Now there are alternatives, real good alternatives, plant-based alternatives. And I can see some of you frowning at me already. And you know what? I'm happy. Because no pain, no gain. So when you're frowning at me, it means that you know there's going to be some pain. And that's what I want. Now we have a Health Restore Club membership. And the Health Restore Club membership has you have a charge which we're going to make it, we're actually going to go up next month. It's going to go up in June. But you can hear more about that later, because today is not really about you joining, it's about you understanding. Yeah? And with that Health Restore Club, let me explain something to you. I don't have a diagram here right now, but we usually have a diagram. And that diagram has what we call two arrows. The first arrow is on the right, my right, which is a high level of wellness. The second arrow is on my left, which is called premature death. Premature death. Now, which arrow do you want to be on? The first one, isn't it? Now, there's a middle arrow. That stands for neutral points. Neutral points. Do you know that most of us are on the neutral points? Do you know what neutral point means? There's no illness really, and there's no real wellness concerns. We're just neutral. But do you know what happens? Is those of us on the neutral point, and we're not getting better wellness, guess what happens? Eventually, we might get sick. or ill. And you know what happens? We have signs. You know, the body gives something. It gives you signs when it's ill. It gives you signs. You just don't feel right. And when you get those signs, you kind of say, look, let me just go to the doctor or the pharmacist and see whether I can get something. Tell them about these signs. And they give you some medication. Now that medication they give you is to take you back to your neutral point. Now when you get back to your neutral point with that medication, then guess what happens? You eat the same food, you drink the same food at home, you do the same lifestyle. Guess what happens? It gets worse. Now we go from signs to symptoms. And those symptoms is getting worse. So we now go to the hospital, they might do some procedure on us, they might give us some more medication. And guess what that medication does? It takes us back to that neutral point. And guess what we do when we get home? We eat the same food, we drink the same drink, we have the same lifestyle, and guess what? It gets worse. And guess what we get? We get to the disability stage. Now the disability stage is when the body cannot perform what it does naturally. Let me give you an example. Somebody can go and they say you're borderline diabetes, and you're
Hello. Please, please available now. Behind them. If you want to do that then you just start with us.
Okay, I'm finishing 2 minutes. No, I know that we have to go. Okay, so the diabetes. So what happens now is you get the disability stage. Now, what I'm saying here, you can go and get the borderline diabetes. You don't do anything. You still eat the same food, and guess what happens? You now become diabetic. Now, the insulin comes into the body, so you have to now inject it. That's what we have. Now, what we're saying to you on this program is we want you to focus. That, by the way, that process I spoke just now is called the treatment paradigm. Treatment paradigm. Most of us are on the treatment paradigm. What does that mean? It means that we don't do anything until we get ill. And then we go and get medication to make us well. That's the treatment paradigm. Now, you don't have to wait till you're ill to be super well. So what we're saying to you here is when you're well, we show you awareness on here, we educate you, we give you meal plans, and those meal plans make you even more well, so that you can get to a high level of wellness. Okay? Okay, so the last slide coming up, Now some of you might be busy, and you might not be able to cook all this meal. We do have what we call our best food clinic. Best food clinic. That means that we have chefs that are specially trained. Yeah? They're specially trained, yeah, and they cook the food and it can get delivered to you, yeah, on a daily basis, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And this food is Nigerian food, but guess what? No meat, no dairy. But you know what? I've done the program myself, and I tell you what, it's amazing. It's amazing how the body transforms. The body is so forgiving. It wants to heal. But the problem is we're not giving it the fuel to heal. Think about how much we spend on our cars to service our cars. You don't wait for your car to break down before you service it, do you? You service your car because you want it to run smoothly. Why is it that we don't service our bodies the way we service our car? You know, I always say to people, the real wealth is in health. The real wealth is in health. And you know why the real wealth is in health? Talk to somebody with money that's ill. Are they really feeling well? Talk to somebody with money and they're well. Guess what? They feel amazing. So what I'm saying to you today is, I know you have to go, so thank you very much. We do have a, I just want to show you, we do have a small little brochure, yeah, that you can look at. can read a little bit more about what I've said, a little bit less, or a little bit more of what I said. And also, you can arrange a presentation for yourself and your family in the comfort of your own room, or you can come to our office. Or some of you might be in different churches, and you might want us to come along to do a talk. You can come around, come and do a talk. And some of you want more details, please let us know. It's on the brochure. This should be on your WhatsApp channel with electronic version, so you don't have lots of stuff anywhere. And thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Are there any questions? Okay. Okay, we'll just take a few questions from the time of our
Praise the Lord. The question I want to ask you is about those thoughts. We talked about it. And the those thoughts, sometimes it tends to want something you don't really want. So I just wanted to know if it's a good thing, and then you put your hair, you don't like oil, you put it there, and you still want to come out. So what do you think? My personal advice, every and when you see a presentation, you can put the presentation up and we show you alternative ways. Find your way with no one. You can find your way with no one.
Hallelujah.
What type of force that is saved for us to use? And then not only for our land, if I don't really need and another thing is that our parents have been, I mentioned my parents using aluminium, but I don't know whether they have side effects. My father lasts well, they are away from 100 years. And aluminium force we have been using. So they are not know what to do now. Praise the Lord.
Well, it's a good question. Now, the first question was, do we now cook our yam without peeling? The answer to that question is yes. Do we now cook our yam without water? The answer is yes. How? You need to see a presentation. Because how is it safe to believe in this case? The way you're asking me is, I need to see it. Yeah? We will show you how that's done. The question about the aluminium. Now, most of us thought on it, they were using clay pots, no, at that time. Aluminium is still quite modern, and another thing that we need to understand is the quality of the food. The quality of the food at the time when our fathers, our grandfathers were around was of a high quality. That meant that even though they were losing nutrition, even the nutrition they were losing, they still had enough nutrition to make them healthy. But the quality of the food that we have now is not the same quality. And I'll give you an example. They say that take tomato in like say 70, 80 years ago has more nutrition than tomato now. And you know what? You have to eat 20 tomatoes now to get the nutritional value of one tomato 70 years ago. So what is important now is, what's so important now is for us to retain what little nutrition we have. And that's it. Thank you. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Thank you very much. And you talked about high blood pressure and the new thing about the low blood pressure. How can one control low blood pressure? Well, I'm not going to answer you satisfactorily now. What I'll say to you, and listen to this very carefully, you are what you eat. So what needs to happen from that to you is we need to look at the diet, we need to look at what needs to change. And we need to sacrifice some of the things that are feeding the enemy. And that's what I'm going to some examples. Like go on that program and see all the information. Now, I'll give you one testimony or two testimonies of something. There was a lady that was struggling with high blood pressure, struggling with high blood pressure. She came on the program. In less than 14 days, her blood pressure was getting low. By the time she finished, it was low. That's in 30 days. This is somebody that was worried every day about her high blood pressure. So that's the sacrifice. She made the sacrifice. I can send you the video for that. We have somebody in Nigeria that had hypertension for 15 years and was on medication for 15 years. Within 30 days of being on the program, gone. So really, it's a small sacrifice for what we did. What I'm saying to you is you need to contact us and we'll come show you a presentation.
Okay, the last question.
Praise the Lord. Okay, I want to ask, maybe I will confess it, but I want to have a few questions. How can I eat more in fast? That's number one. And then number two, how can I manage oil issues? And number three, is it better to use something like drug to burn cholesterol, or is there a eating culture that can help bodies without medicine? That's what I'm saying. Okay, good. Okay, number one, you understand how fat gets around. Usually what happens is unwanted food is very good fat. So what happens is if we're eating late and we're going to sleep, then what happens is that excess food is now where the fat. Now, if we can reduce that, then guess what happens? What's the body using? It's using the fat that's in there. And if it's using that fat that's in there, then it will burn. So that's the key thing. The other thing is reducing your oil. Reducing your oil is simple. Just don't use oil. Now, what you then need to ask me is, how am I going to cook my food without using oil? That's what we show you when you see a presentation. So that we show you what you cook a presentation and see a presentation, we can show you. Okay? Boss, give us. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody.
Okay, I want to use this opportunity to thank Mr. Tony and his team. Can't take conclusion. You can actually see data. You can actually see data and ask for the question you want. Because we have to go on with the program. So I want to thank Mr. Tony and his team for coming around. We really appreciate this opportunity to share with us. We say on behalf of the organization, I hope you are able to take some of our questions and as well for the necessary knowledge, necessary information. I think we want to see how you look the chicken without the call. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, praise the Lord. Can we stand up for 2 minutes to say a prayer quickly as we end this session so that we can prepare for the next session? The second thing, can you give us this one? Okay, let's don't worry, let's just quiet. 1 minute. Let us thank the Lord for all He has done for us. Let us thank God for this program, for the level of success we have experienced in this program. Open your mouth and pray. Let us thank God for the level of success we have experienced in this program. Let us thank God for the knowledge He has made available to us as we come to give out. Let us ask the good Lord to strengthen us so that we will be active in the next coming program, so that we will get all He wants us to get in the next coming program. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Father, we thank you for the great and mighty things you've done in our midst. We thank you for your word of knowledge that you have given to us today. Father, we pray that this knowledge you have given to us is beneficial to us. We will put it into practice and it will give fruits that will last. We ask in Jesus' name. Father, we ask also that you will empower us, strengthen us, open our spirit